Perfect. Okay, so you're saying that we have to skip chapter 1 and chapter 2 onwards we revise? Okay. You can't see my screen as of now? Share screen. Hit tab. International Pure Math 1 with answers. Okay, now you can see the tab? Perfect. Okay, Borger. Borger. Borger is famous. Borger is famous. Example. Sure. Okay. Chapter 2 Quadratics. Quadratics, we do quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Okay, so first thing you have to know the equations are written in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. We go x squared plus x power 1 plus x power 0. You already know how to solve it. This is easy. Breaking the middle term and then putting that equal to 0 and then putting each term equal to 0, you get two values of x. Okay, then do we need to go through the examples of this one, or this one is pretty straightforward? Okay, the second example is also the same. Then we have the quadratic formula. If you're asked to use the quadratic formula in the question, you use this formula: x is equal to minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, if we know that b squared minus 4ac is greater than 1, then you'll have two separate roots. If b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, you'll have one repeated root. And if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, then there will be no real root. Mm, okay. Mm, okay, one sec. Completing square we mostly use in is the next completing square thing. Yep, completing square. Right now in this particular exercise, you'll just learn how to, solve the equations or break them down into this form, convert them into this form. Actual use of this thing would come when we use the parabola. So to find the parabola, if this is x plus p whole squared minus q minus p comma q is the turning point. Perfect. So in this exercise, you'll just practice how to turn that into that form. Also another thing, this thing over here, we always put a constant over here, and this constant, it could either have a value of 1 or a value of 2, if for example in such equations where there is 3x squared. So first what we have to do is we have to divide this 3x squared by 3, so that we have it in the form x squared plus 2x, and then we do the that completing square form. See here, example 5. Question is 3x squared plus 6x plus 1. We cannot directly apply the completing square thing on this one. Okay, we need to have x squared in the isolated form. So we do 3 comma x squared plus 3 common x squared plus 2x, And then on this x squared plus 2x, I apply that computing square method. Okay. Uh, it's the same for this one. Nothing special. Example 6. Solve the equation. Example 6. Okay, challenge. We don't take challenges uselessly. Domain and range I've already learnt in A2. Here you just know that if f of x is given a particular way, and the f of 5 would be replacing wherever there was x over here in the equation. Okay. Shall I go through the questions of these exercises, or is it simple? Let's see question 8. You have to find f of 5. Just g of 10 function is given. Just replace the values with the value given. Okay, write f of x in the form x plus p whole squared. Completing square form you have to write it. And that's it. That's it. Then you have to find when you will have the minimum value, when you will have the highest value. Again, that varies from question to question, and each question the answer you'll have to look at. To, for example, over here it says write down the minimum value of f of x. The minimum value of f of x will be when it's equal to 0. You put this equal to 0, and then x plus 3 is x becomes equal to minus 3. So when x is minus 3, then this whole function will have the minimum value. Simple, or shall I repeat it? Okay, moving on. Roots of the function. So in this one we cannot straight go ahead and find the root of the function. We say that x raised to the power 3 is equal to, let's say, y. So if this is y, the first one automatically becomes y squared. So we solve it that way, and then put the values equal to whatever the assumption we made. So here comes the quadratic graph, ax squared plus bx plus c. If a is negative, it would be this way, and if a is positive, it would be the way it is on the left hand side. Where it intersects the y-axis, y-intercept. Where it intersects the x-axis, x-intercepts too. And this is the turning point, the lowest point or the highest point, minima or maxima. The minimum point or the maximum point, the turning point. The two x-intercepts, the minima, maxima. What? Okay. And this, you know that if has got two real roots, it would be intersecting. If b squared minus 4ac, if you put this quadratic equation in the quadratic formula to solve it to get the values of x, we get 2x. It means it intersects the x-axis twice. If I get one repeated root, it means it just touches x-axis is tangent to this parabola. And if it does not touch x-axis at all, then b squared minus 4ac will be less than 0. Okay, ax plus p whole squared plus q, it gives you minus p comma q, turning point. So these questions are a practice of that. Shall we go through these? Sketch the graph, find the coordinates of its turning point. So to sketch the graph, the first thing that we do is we find the x and y intercepts. Okay, for x intercepts we put y is equal to 0, and for y intercept we put x is equal to 0. So putting y is equal to 0, we get these points minus 1, 1 and 4. So it means it's 1 comma 0 and 4 comma 0, the two x intercepts. If I put x is equal to 0, answer is positive 4. So it intersects the y axis at uh, 0 comma 4. Okay, the turning point, I turn this equation into computing square method. X minus 5 by 2 whole squared minus 5 by 2 whole squared plus 4. So that gives me the turning point of minus p comma q. So 5 by 2 comma minus 9 by 4. So this is what the graph would look like. It's the same one except for we have to do two things over here. Finding x and y intercepts is easy. For the turning point, we have to rearrange it so that minus 2x squared plus 4x, and then we divide it with minus 2 so that the uh, x squared is isolated, it has a constant of 1, and then we apply the completing square method and get the turning point. In this one, if you try to find the x intercepts, seeing the solution now I know, but if you attempt the solution on your own as well, you'll have zero real roots. You'll have imaginary roots, so it means it doesn't cross the x-axis. Okay, this then you have to match the graphs with the equations. For each graph you have to write the coordinates, nothing new. Nothing new. And if points are given, you have to find the equation. Discriminant, I've already discussed this thing, b squared minus 4ac greater than 0 equal to 0 or less than 0. Calculate discriminant. Here's a summary of the whole chapter. Domain, range, roots of a function when f of x is 0, turning points, discriminant, all discussed. Okay, equations and inequalities. How good? Okay. You. So what did you get? You got. Hmm. 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 Why would they do that? Didn't you say carry forward error or something? Hmm. So, how many marks for total test? I mean, what was the total marks on the test? 28. You got how much? 21? 21. Not bad. Good job. Hmm. Hmm. Chalo. Really happy to know. Good job. Okay, coming back to this simultaneous equation thing, we have to eliminate a variable. We know that if we have got just one variable, we need one equation to solve it. If we have got more than one variables, we need more than the number of unknowns is the number of equations we need to find the values of all of them. So here we have got two variables x and y, so we'll need at least two equations. And there are two methods: either eliminate, you make one equation, one variable at least, you multiply it with a number to make it equal to the other one, and the other thing that you can do is substitution. You know this, right? So they have done substitution and elimination, and if the question specifically mentions a method, you have to do it but by that method. Are you saying that you haven't found the past paper questions on it? Very easy topic. Could be. I mean, it's very easy. That's all I can say. Simultaneous equations on graph. If you find the two equations, the values of x and y, it gives you the value of x and y which is common in both. For both, one equation represents a linear equation represents a straight line. All right. So if there are two linear equations and a point is common in both linear equations, that xy is there in equation 1 and that xy is there in equation 2, it has to be the point of intersection of the two equations, right? See, there is this linear equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 8, and there is this other equation 3x minus y is equal to 23. There is a point x1 comma y1 which is on this equation as well as on this equation. X1 comma y1 sorry, it satisfies this equation as well as this one. Okay, so it has to be the point of intersection of the two equations. So when we simultaneously solve the two equations, it means we are finding for that point of intersection. Solution to the simultaneous equations means that it's the point of intersection of those two equations. It's the same for, by the way, if you're finding solution for two equations and one of them happens to be quadratic and the other of them happens to be a straight line, you'd get uh, two or one or no points of intersection depending on how it intersects each other. But we'll get to that thing in a bit. Okay, this one is clear here. So we have got the two equations, and for example, if we replace the value of, we find the value of y and 3 minus 2x and put it in this second equation, and now if I find the discriminant of this thing, then I can have either b squared minus 4ac greater than 0, b squared minus 4ac equal to 0, and b squared minus 4ac less than 0. So if it's greater than 0, it means the line is intersecting the parabola twice. If it's equal to 0, it means it's just tangent to the parabola. And if it's not, b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, imaginary root, it means it's not intersecting that parabola at all. Okay. Straight line equations, I think you're already clear that we can get the equation in two forms. One is equal to y is equal to mx plus c if we have the y-intercept, and if we don't have the y-intercept, we can find it using the formula y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, given the simultaneous equation k non-zero constant, find value of k, solution to. Okay, linear inequalities. If linear equations give us straight lines, linear inequalities give us regions. You have to be mindful of if it's just greater than 0 or greater than and equal to, I mean greater than a particular number or greater than equal to that number. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Dotted means it does not include the region, and undotted means it includes the region. So that
Uh,
means
Dotted means it does not include the region, and filled means it includes that region, right?
yeah.
Okay. You can write the answer in set notation.
Set notation. Set notation.
X such that x is greater than this thing or this sort of way. Here, x such that x is less than 2, union x such that x is greater than 3. X
No.
is either this or this. So if it's either or, then it's union. If it's this and this, then it has to be intersection of the two sets.
How do you write that?
Instead of this u, you turn it upside down like an n. So that means intersection.
Okay.
In this particular case, if it's less than 2 as well as greater than 3, the answer will be a null set. because something can't be simultaneously less than 2 and more than 3.
Right.
Quadratic inequalities, they'll give you the region. If it's greater than uh, x squared minus 4x minus 5 is greater than 0. It means all the region above it, and for the same equation less, for the
So,
same
for
inequality.
example 11,
Hmm?
example 11, up and down.
Example 11. Okay.
Yeah. So, how did they draw the graph when they got 6 by x is greater than 2?
Hmm.
Because I would assume that it's like an
Graph of
asymptote.
when by x.
I would have thought it's an asymptote.
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. 6 by x is greater than 2.
Square they multiply by x on both x squared on both sides and
Hmm.
get that.
Hmm.
Yes, I get. I do. I understood all that, but why is?
Hmm.
How would you think of this?
And not the asymptote.
Yeah, the greater than sign made.
I mean, not a very sophisticated way, but the inequalities of asymptotes are not part of the course, one thing, but that's not how you go about it. I don't know except for this one right now. I'll think about it and maybe tell you later. But as of now, the clue is that the inequalities of asymptotes are not there.
Okay.
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to it. I'll find it out. Okay.
Okay.
X is not equal to 0. Hmm. Y is equal to f of x. Y is equal to g of x is below the curve. If y is equal to f of x, if f of x is below g of x, then it means f of x is less than g of x. If f of x is above g of x, it means f of x is greater than g of x. So in this particular case, from point 2 to point 5, this black line is above the parabola, right?
Right.
So if black line is g of x and this parabola is f of x, so from 2 to 5, g of x is greater than f of x.
Indeed.
Okay. So for this range from 2 to 5, it's greater than, other than that, f of x is greater than g of x. Hmm. This regions we have already discussed. Y greater than f of x is above this, y less than f of x is below this, outside it.
Mm-hmm.
Then equal to thing, we have already discussed this. If it's greater than or greater than equal to or less than and equal to.
Hmm.
Okay, the other kid confirmed it has to be for him. It's with him. It's going to be on Mondays and Tuesdays. So from Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you can choose any 2 days to be 1.5 hour.
Nice. Okay.
Graphs and transformation. Okay, cubic graph turns twice. Oh. If p is a root of the function, then it touches it at p comma 0. It's the same as putting y is equal to 0, so the point will be p comma 0.
Hmm.
Mm, mm, mm. Put y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 0, you get the points where it touches the x-axis. If for this squared part you're having a repeated root, you're getting the repeated root as answer, it means it's just once touching this and then going above. You know the rule when it's going from this side this way, and or when it's coming from above and like this.
Indeed.
Mm,
Indeed. In the deed.
in the deed. In the deed.
No, you're in the deed.
I don't know if to mm, I should be making very lethal jokes or not. I mean, sometimes I'm afraid they might shatter your confidence in the exam. Tell me, are you that sensitive, or
No, I'm
would
fine.
it
Just
would it
anything.
just slide by? Okay. So then we have got y is equal to k of x. This is 1 of x. This is minus 1 of x minus 2 by x. This is 2 by x squared. This is minus 2 by x squared.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. The numerator increases, it goes above and beyond.
Yes.
Mm, hmm. Points of intersection. Again, you find equate the two equations, substitute the value y is equal to this, y is equal to that. You get the points of intersection for whatever curves or lines you have got.
Mhm.
Same diagram, sketch the curve x squared and y is equal to b by x. Are you on Reddit?
Unfortunately.
Is it any good?
No, it's utterly useless.
Sketch the graphs.
Unless you want to find someone to pay for something to do some coding or something. Don't ask me why.
Those sort of things are available on Reddit. Okay, so if you have got y is equal to fx plus a, it would go up.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, if fx minus a, it would go down, and if you do fx plus a, f of x plus a, it would make it go
Uh-huh.
leftwards, and f of x minus a would make it go rightwards.
Indeed.
So this is for translation. X
Nice.
minus 2 will go right, x squared plus 2 will go up. Okay, x cubed g of n. Why if f of x plus 1, it will go left, and g of x plus 1, it will also go left.
Mm. Mm. Uh, okay, let's skip. Skip.
Okay,
Just
translate a function any asymptote. Okay, for these reciprocal functions, the asymptotes they get
yes,
translated.
yes, 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 yes,
4D,
yes.
4D, challenge, stretch. Okay, you multiply to stretch, and you
Stretch.
divide to contract. No, 2 of fx gets stretched vertically, and f of 2x gets stretched horizontally.
Yes.
So f of 2x, in fact, it gets contracted.
Yes. Sir, I know all this. I know all this. Don't worry, don't
You
worry.
know all this. Okay. Hmm. Transformation. More of the same, more of the same, more of the same. Did you practice any past paper questions over the weekend?
Uh, I didn't actually start.
Whoa.
I'm joking. Relax. I'm joking. I'm big joker, man.
Are you sure it's you who's joking?
I am joker, man.
Depends on who will have the last laugh. Okay,
Mwah.
y is equal to mx plus c, m is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Uh, d, the distance formula. Is the distance formula also in this one? D is equal to root x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sir, I would like for you to never harm in your life ever again. Thank you.
I would like you to keep not liking whatever you don't like.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Y is
Interesting.
equal to mx plus c.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
Parallel lines have got same gradients. Perpendicular lines, they have the gradient of 1 minus m of the line
So
they are
should I do
parallel
the
to.
revision exercise one? So let's do review exercise one. So let's do the review of the one.
Shall we do it backwards?
A review of the one exercise.
Okay. It was after
So
chapter 4, right?
yeah. So let's do the review of the one exercise. So
Hmm.
Sir, let's do the review of the 1th exercise. Sir,
This
sir,
one? This one?
yeah, the 1th exercise, yeah.
Give me 1 second. Let me. I close this. Okay,
Sir,
start.
let's do the review of the 1th exercise. Write down the value of 8 1 by 3. Um, root 8. I mean, like 3 root, cube root, whatever that's called.
Hmm.
That's 3, and then, yeah. The answer will be like 2. Find the value of minus 3, 2. So it'll be cube root 8 raised to the power minus 2. So yeah, it'll be 2 and then 2 raised to the power minus 2, which is what, sir? 1 by 4 or something.
Hmm.
Okay. Do not use calculator. Okay. Find the value of 125.4 by 3. How do I do it without calculator? Okay, 5 squared. 5 squared plus 4 by 3. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Okay, 125 3 cube root, it's 5, and so 5 raised to the power 4. 5 raised to the power 4 is what, sir? 125 and
625.
then 620. Yeah, sir, I was getting there.
Hmm.
Simplify x blah blah with blah blah. So 24 divided by 18 will give me 4 by 3, and it's 4 by 3. 2 minus 4 by 3. Sir, what is 2 minus 4 by 3?
2 by 3.
Yeah, whatever. It will be 4x 2 by 3 then. 4 by 3 x 2 by 3. It's just 2 minus 4 by 3. I don't know what that is.
2 by 3 it is.
Okay, yeah. That'll be the answer then. Third, do not use. Okay, man, stop. Express root 8 in the form 8 5, where the a as an integer. Root 80 will become um 40 36 6 root 6 6 8 tens are 8 tens are or 4 fives a 12 18 16 fives are, so it'll be 4 root 5.
Perfect.
Express, I can just do this in my calculator.
Skip these questions. Go to question number 5.
Okay, here are three numbers, 1 minus k, 2 plus 5 root k and 2k. Given that k is polynomial, find the mean of the three numbers. K is a positive integer. 1 minus root k, 2 plus 5 root k, and 2k divided by 3. So, so, so it would be um this one 1 plus 2 is what? Sir, 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 plus 3 7 7 6. 3 plus 6k divided by 3. So 1 plus by the way, it was root k, not 6k. 1 plus root 1 plus 3 root k by, yeah, no, 1 plus 3 root k, that's
1
it.
plus 2 root k.
How?
6
Ah,
divided
yeah,
by
yeah,
3
yeah,
is 2.
2. Sorry, you wouldn't get it.
Hmm.
The range of numbers of the the range of the three numbers. Okay.
Range means what?
Range means how high?
Range means the highest minus the lowest.
Ah, oh, oh. Okay, so 2 plus 5k minus 2k. So it will be
Minus
2,
2k, it would be the smallest.
smallest 1 minus k root k.
Hmm.
So it would be 1, it will be 3 plus 4k, 4 root k.
1 plus 6 root k.
1? Oh, yeah, it's minus. Yeah, right. 1 plus 6 root. If I would have written it down, I wouldn't have got it wrong, but who cares? Given that y is equal to 1 by 25 x raised to the power 4, express each of the following in the form kn, where k are constants: y inverse 25 x minus 4. Sir.
Hmm.
And then
Correct.
5 half would be, um 5 half would be 5 by 25, which is 1 by 5, then 1 by 5 root 1 by 5 x, uh no, 1 by 5 root 1 by 5 root 1 by 5 x to the power 4, no? Sir?
Hmm. For 5y minus 1?
Huh?
For 5y raised to the power minus 1, it's going to be 25 x raised to the power minus 4.
Yeah. 25. No, wait, what? 5? You mean
25.
6b, right?
6b, yes. 25 x raised to the power minus 4.
How?
Oh, let me show it on Jamboard.
Won't it be 1 by 5?
Mhm, 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 mhm. Jamboard, you are Mr. And let me allow it to rotate. Let me choose the right pen. Okay, repeat the question, please. I've got 5y raised to the power half. So 5y raised to the power half. Y is what? Y is 1 by 25.
X 4.
1 by 25 x raised to the power 4. So, sir, it will become what? It will become mm,
5. Cut 5 will become 1 by 5.
1
Yeah.
by 5 x squared,
Yeah.
and then they get cancelled out. X squared is answer. Is that what you're saying?
Uh, yes. No, I wasn't actually. But now I do understand why you would get this answer.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Maybe because I'm too old.
Maybe because you're a nerd. Just maybe. Uh, Seventh question. Do not use calc. Sir, can I just skip all the do not use calculator questions?
9, please. What's the
Factorized
formula for trapezium?
trapezium half into a plus b into
Half
h.
into sum of parallel sides into height.
H.
Perfect. Question 9, please.
Question 9. Factorize the expression. Okay. I just use my calculator for that. Hence or otherwise solve the equation to. Okay. 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 Sir, what are the factors of the first question, first answer?
X minus 8 and x minus 2.
X minus 8 and x minus 2. Okay, so then I would put uh I'd put 8y as x, right?
Okay.
Okay, and then make it x square minus blah blah blah. So that means 8 to the power y is equal to minus 8 and x to the power y is equal to minus 2. So y would be mine. How would I make 8 raised to the power y is equal to minus 8?
8
How?
raised to the power y will become x, or let's say u, and 8 raised to the power 2y will become u squared.
Yeah, okay, but in the end I got the answer right from the previous question.
So from the
Minus 8
previous
and minus
question,
2.
positive 8 and positive 2, because the
Oh, you said
factors were
positive.
x minus 8,
Sir,
x
you're
minus 8, and x
scamming
minus
me.
2.
Scammer. Get scammed. Okay. X raised to the power 1. So first uh, y is 1. And second is y is 1 by 3.
1 and 1 by 3. Perfect. 10,
Okay.
please.
10 x square minus 8x minus 29 is greater no is whatever that is plus b. Okay, find the value of a and value of b. I'm gonna do all this by my mental maths, my mental brain. Wait, no, not my mental brain. X plus x minus 4 no, yeah, x minus 4 whole squared. Um, yeah, 4 squared 16 minus 16 minus 16. 30 plus 15, 45. So it's x minus 4x whole squared minus 45. So A is 4 minus 4 and B is minus 45.
Hmm, correct.
Oh, see my mental brain. I'm actually mental. Hence or otherwise show that the roots of RC plus minus D root 5.
What?
What?
Oh, okay, you're doing part B. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Hence or otherwise show that the roots of okay RC plus okay. So I would do that thingy. What is that called? The discriminant. So b square minus b, which is minus 8. I'm doing all this in my head. Minus 8 plus 8 plus minus uh, plus okay 8 plus minus root b square, which is 16 minus 4 4 into 34s are what, sir? Uh, 12. 12 minus 4 is what, sir? Uh, I mean 120 minus 4 is 116. So yeah, 4 into 29 is 16. So it's plus 116. Uh, 16 plus 116. 16 plus 116 becomes plus 4, 20, 20, 132. Becomes 132. Root 132. 8 plus minus uh root 132 by 1 by 2. 8 so it becomes 4 root uh 132. So root 132, how do I make it 5? Whatever root 5. If I put in my calculator, I'll get it. 132. Sir,
Hmm.
what into 5? Sir, how will I get it? Sir, can you put root 132 in your calculator? What will you get?
Mm, my calculator. Let me get it.
Sir, sir.
Root 132, so you get 2 root 33.
2 root 33. Okay. 132 by 2 is what, sir?
132 by 2 is 66.
Okay. 66. Root 66 is what?
Root 66 is a root 66. No factors. 11 into 2 into 3.
Sir, then how will I get root 5? Think.
You have made a mistake in the previous steps while doing mental
How?
maths.
That's physically impossible.
Yes, true,
4
true.
into 30. 4 into 30 is 130. 4 into 30 is 120, right?
Mm,
Sir, 4 into 29 is this thing, 116, correct?
but why are you doing 4 into 29?
Yes or no?
4 into 29 is 116.
Yep. And so 16 plus 116 is
132.
uh no, that's what I got. 8 minus, yeah, 8 plus minus root 132 by 2. Sir, can you do 8 plus minus root 132 by 2?
Uh, 8 plus root 32 by 2.
Root 32, the whole divided by 2.
Hmm. Sir, it's 4 plus 2 root 2.
4 plus 2 root 2. Nothing root 5?
Mhm.
So, okay, what's the answer?
You're making a mistake in the previous step. It's going to be 4 plus minus 3 root 5.
4 plus minus 3 root 5. How did I make a mistake? B square, which is 16. Oh, it's 64. I'm a genius. Okay. Uh, okay. Uh,
Should it be b squared or b minus 2 squared?
it's B squared. So it's 64. 64 plus 116 is what, sir?
180.
Root 180 is what?
6 root 5.
Okay, and so 8 plus minus 6 root 5 divided by 2 will become 4 plus minus 3 root 5. Sir, my mental math is on point, sir. Just little mental. Too mental.
Hmm. 4 plus minus 3 root 5. Okay. So then it will become c is 4 and d is plus minus root 3.
Yeah. No one asked. Okay, the function f and g are defined by. Okay, given that, find the Find values of a to 3 significant figures. Figures. Okay. So a square minus 2a is equal to a plus 5. A squared minus 2a. A squared minus 2a. Take the a to the other side. A squared minus 3a. A squared minus 3a minus 5 is equal to 0. A squared minus 3a minus 5 is equal to 0. A squared. Okay, so 1, 5, and 3. So then it means 2. It means 3 into. Sir, I don't know. I put the values in the calculator, but the equation is a square minus 3a minus 5, right?
Hmm.
I put that in the calculator. I'll get the two answers.
Okay.
Okay. And then since it says a is greater, I'll put the one who's positive. Okay. Uh, Give 12. How am I so mentally challenging? Uh, Given that f of x is equal to x squared minus 6x plus x is greater or equal to 0. Express f of x in the form, okay, where y meet the y-axis, sketch the graph of c showing the done. I mentally did the graph also. The y is Sir, can we do the next chapter?
Chapter 6, chapter 5.
Actually, no, time is up. Uh,
Mm, can do for a few minutes. That's fine.
yeah, okay, then chapter 5.
Y is equal to mx plus c. We already know. No
Yes.
need to do this. Gradient. Same thing. Same thing. Equations of straight line. 5 m parallel lines, perpendicular lines.
Sir, say it. I basically know everything.
Mm, area D is equal to root x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared. Chapter review. That's it. Chapter 6 is radians, trigonometric ratios. Cosine rule, you know, a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Ah, yes. Indeed. 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 Indeed.
Sine rule is a by sine a is equal to b by sine b is equal to c by sine c.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah.
what does it use? Sine rule, okay. Area of triangle is half bc sine a.
Mm, yeah. This is fine. Yep, yep, yep.
Half into base into height. If the data is given, use this one, otherwise use that. Area using sine rule. Then sir, we have got graphs of cos and sine and tangent. So for sine we have got sine wave. For cos we have got sine wave 90 degrees back. And for sine I know that theta is equal to 180 minus theta.
For sine 180 minus theta. Okay.
Hmm.
And
For cos it repeats after 180 degrees.
for sine it's 180 minus theta. For cos it repeats after
180, so theta plus 180.
theta plus 180. I still don't understand that stuff by the way.
See over here, this value of half, when do I get it again? Over here. So this particular value,
Yeah, but why not the same for cos?
for cos, if I get this value over here, in the negative region I will have this value. So for the positive region I get it again after 180 degree. So if it's initially at 90 degree, then it's there at 270, and then it's there at 450.
So whenever it's cos I have to add 180. Whenever it's sine I have to
I
subtract.
mean, it depends on which area. Since we are moving in the positive area, then yes, that's the reason. Otherwise, for cos minus theta, if I've got it over here, then I can add 90 to it and I will have the positive. You get it?
Yeah,
If this is the answer, then over here I can subtract it from 90 and get it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Tangent graph is like doing dhamal or whatever. What's
Yeah.
that thing called? Trance. It's in a trance.
What? Um,
Doesn't it look like that? Those people who have their one hand up and they're twirling around. Those those big red caps, Turkish caps over.
ah,
See,
is
isn't it?
that? No, it's
Hmm.
not.
It's not.
You're just imagining it.
Cos theta looks like fancy
Ah,
mustache.
that you don't. That I don't need to know.
Hmm. The relationship between mustache and cos theta.
Yes.
Plus one would make it go up. Minus one would make it go down.
Hmm.
Hmm. And sine x plus theta and x minus theta. Plus theta makes it go left. Minus theta makes it go right.
Hmm. Hmm.
The
Hmm.
same goes for stretching. Let me put the laptop on charging before it passes out.
Yeah, yeah, I know all this. Radians also, I'm a genius in that. Um, what don't I know? I'm so great. That limit thing was what? Limit? What was the formulas? Formula.
Shall I skip the radian chapter and get to that radian thing?
What is there with the radians? I don't actually remember.
L is equal to r theta, radian 2 pi is equal to 360, or
Hmm.
1 radian.
This chapter seemingly is easy during the question paper. They
Confirm.
ask mostly simple questions, as, as
L
far
is
as I've seen.
L is equal to r theta.
Because they expect us to remember those formulas, so they don't ask us that complicated questions.
Just remember to have your calculator in the radian mode.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
area of sector and segment. Do we have formula for that? What was the formula for area of sector and segment?
Sector was area is equal to half theta square into no, r square into theta, and then the other one was half r square sine theta theta minus sine theta.
So segment is half r squared theta minus sine theta, and for the other one you have mentioned. Here is the formula. F dash x is limit h approaches 0. F of x plus h minus f of x whole by h.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Hmm. Then you do simple differentiation. Differentiation is
Yeah,
easy.
I know this, I know this. Okay.
You haven't started differentiation yet in
Huh?
your P3.
No, no.
Integration, again you've got a simple formula, 1 over n plus 1 into x raised to the power
Oh,
n
sir,
plus 1.
double differentiation,
Hmm.
right? When you differentiate once and you put plus c, how do you know what that plus c is?
You put another point in this, you replace x and y with a point.
Which point?
A point on the curve.
So that same point I'll replace again after
No, no,
double
no, no. Another,
differentiating also.
another. Uh, Double differentiation.
Yeah.
Differentiation, you don't get c. Differentiation, it gets eliminated. You get the c in integration.
Double differentiation.
Double differentiation is simply
Oh yeah, you're
differentiating.
right.
Hmm.
In this thing, I got a question. F dash to
To
F. So double
huh, huh.
integration, I guess.
Not double integration. So you do f dash x, you integrate it once, and then you put one of the points in the function, and you'll get the value of plus c.
Yeah, but which is the point?
Any point on the curve. Let me show you a
Uh,
question on it.
okay.
Mm, they have left it in c form over here. Again in the form of c. Okay, where do they find the value of c? Left it in the c form. Left it in the c form. Finding functions. Okay, it passes through this point, and f dash x is this. So you first integrate this f dash x. Okay, so you have it in the form of c, and now you put this 5 as y and x on the right hand side as 4 wherever.
Okay. And then how do I do the second point? The second differentiation when I do it, how
No,
would I?
second differentiation is
Nah,
something
like
different.
imagine this was f double dash x, okay, and then we differentiated this to f dash x, yeah, and now we have to do it to f x, the normal one. So what
Wait,
point
wait,
would you
wait,
use?
wait, wait, wait. You'll use the point at which f dash x gives you the point of tangency, right?
Yeah.
So you'll have to first put the point of tangent, that point at which that you'll have to use exactly that point, because f
Okay.
dash x is the equation of tangent, and you want to find the equation of parabola to
If
which.
f dash x gives you, for example, -4, okay, it's given the question like that. So then
So
once you
let's
replace
see your question
minus,
begins with you are given f double dash x, right?
yeah,
And you have to find f of x.
yeah,
So first you find f dash x.
exactly. And
Wait,
then
wait, wait,
when
wait, wait, wait,
you
wait, wait, wait. You have found f dash x. F dash x is the tangent to that curve, right?
f dash x is the tangent to that curve, yes, I guess.
So you have to find the point of tangency. You should be given that. I mean, you must be given that in the question.
Okay,
You put that point of tangency to find the equation of tangent,
okay.
because that point is
So
common
is
between the
that
curve,
point of tangency as in like I will get the x and y, right?
both coordinates. Yes,
Okay, okay.
you'll need both coordinates to find the value of c. So you have the equation of this tangent, and now you integrate this equation of tangent again, and you'll have the equation of curve, and you'll again have let's say c. So you can use either the same point or some other point
So
to
f
find.
dash x, fx is equation of what?
It could be equation of a straight line, it could be equation of a parabola,
Okay, yeah.
but right now I'm assuming it to be parabola, so that I have the f double dash x and I know what f dash x means and so on.
Okay. F double dash x is what?
F double dash x is the rate at which the tangent keeps on changing. You can't find f double dash x for a straight line.
Okay, okay. So that's why, right?
Hmm.
F double dash x, you have to say that it's a curve.
Hmm.
Okay, okay, okay. Then once you find the this thing of a curve, what do you do?
Then you have the equation of the curve. You
So
have the
you
equation of the curve in the form of plus c. You can put any point on the parabola
so
to find out the
any
value of.
point as in can I put the same point as which I
You
used for the
can, you
tangent?
can, you can.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay then. Okay then.
All right, that's it. Let's keep it till here, and
Yep.
let's meet tomorrow then, inshallah.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So sir,
Hmm.
tomorrow maybe in the morning we might have a class like morning.
Morning, what time?
I will tell you in the night if I'll ask you if it's possible.
Sure, sure, sure. No worries. No. I
Okay.
mean, would you like to skip the evening class or evening plus
No,
morning?
the two additional
Okay,
hours.
okay, okay. No worries, no worries.
Okay,
Assalamu.
I think I'm gonna skip school tomorrow. They're not letting me come back early. So
Oh, all right, all right.
the next 3 days I'm missing, sir. What to do?
Hmm. Hmm. But
And they
ask
started this
at
weird
least.
thing. They started this sine A plus B thing.
Hmm. Hmm. We'll see that. Just ask somebody in the class, an interested friend or someone, to keep record of what's happening, so that